On Wednesday, Rafael Tuju was evicted from his 2 billion shilling current home. And I think it's the first time in history that I've ever seen Rafael Tuju crying on camera. Just have a look at this image. Now, in line with that, I'll play for you two videos. The first is of the actual eviction, and the second is a video of Oscar Sudi mocking Rafael Tuju. Now, here's the tape of Tuju being evicted.
I don't know you. I don't know you. Mimi sijui nini.
Do your job as professional, not tribalism. What are you discussing with that Kiprop fellow in Kalenjin?
They're back.
Send me how to you.
A job.
It's very funny how the evictors were speaking Kalenjin, and then moments later, here's Oscar Sudi laughing.
Tuju! Sasa wewe unatupigia kelele mingi na Kiingereza ya ukumbavu. Sasa nasikia ile Jubilee yetu inauswa. Na mnasunguka hapa na maneno mingi. Hiyo unatuambia sijui ulikuwa bomba sijui saa 9 ama sijui ilikuwa saa 10. What for? Wewe ni mzigo kubwa sana. Sasa ile Jubilee tulikuwa tumejenga sasa inapigwa auction. Tuju ni blala fucking sana.
Now, if anyone ever wants to know what Ruto is thinking at any given time, all you have to do is listen to the likes of Oscar Sudi or Farouk. And as such, Sudi's mockery of Tuju is a confirmation that Ruto is indeed very happy with the eviction. But that aside, in this video I want us to look at some of the reasons why Rafael Tuju was forcefully evicted. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Reason number one is judicial revenge. You see, Rafael Tuju was being harassed or harangued to give bribes to the judiciary. So what did he decide to do? He worked together with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to entrap and expose a former judge in the name Ken Mulwa for taking a bribe in this particular case. In fact, here's a video of former judge Ken Mulwa being arrested by EACC officers the very moment he received his bribe. Roll the tape. Now, if there's one thing that teammates will always do is defend each other. If you expose a corrupt police officer, all police officers will hate you. Similarly, if you collude with the EACC to expose a corrupt judge, then all judges will turn on you, because most of them are also corrupt. Which is why after this stunt, a court ruling was very quickly given to strip Tuju of his property and teach him a lesson. The lesson, of course, being judicial bribes must never be exposed. Second reason for Tuju being auctioned, besides the fact that he couldn't repay his loan and subsequent interest for that matter, is the sad reality that he's the main guy who tried to steal Ruto's victory in 2022. You see, Ruto can forgive people so long as there's something in it for him, which is why he's always been happy to work with Uhuru, working with the late Raila Odinga. Even today, if Gachagua wants to work with Ruto, so be it. Ruto has no problem because Gachagua will be bringing the vote of the mountain. But for Rafael Tuju, Ruto has eternally refused to forgive him because there's nothing in it for him. Tuju has nothing to offer Ruto today. There's a time he was indispensable and now he's dispensable. And the hatred runs deep because Tuju was caught on audio trying to coach Commissioner Justice Nyang'aya to put out a joint statement. Remember the four rebels, that they come together and put out a joint statement over the weekend targeting Chebukati so that they can shape the narrative over the weekend. Just listen to this audio.
Please pick my phone. And no, can I understand it, bro? I mean, I think what you need. Yeah, you know what's happening, eh? We're the weekend. Yes. If you don't have anything to say, yeah, what narrative are people going to have over the weekend? Do you understand what I mean? I hear you. Yeah. And that's what I'm dealing with because my people say, yeah, remove this. No problem. No problem. And so what I'm requesting, remove anything on which you don't have consensus. Oh, okay. Remove. Okay. Don't resist that, eh? So those are the things that we are working on. Yeah. So, yeah. You see, if you don't, just put the very minimum, even if it's just 2 paragraphs. Yes. But the very minimum that you can agree on. Yes. Why? If you don't do anything, by the time people are going for the weekend, the narrative in the weekend, these guys will be clobbering you. That's what I'm sending. Yeah? That's what I'm sending. Just give me a moment. But explain to them that media need some meat. Some meat. You have to throw to them. You're an Magigueno. Yeah. You could not go to Marijoka at your disadvantage. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just get this. To remove every paragraph, every sentence that you guys are discussing. But please, something must go. And we already talked with these guys, and they're expecting something from you. Okay. So if now we tell them you are not going to give it, and yesterday you postponed. Look at this, you guys you don't know what you're doing. No. Please. Okay.
You think Ruto will ever forgive that sin? I don't think so. Tuju blocked Ruto from accessing the Jubilee headquarters, or the offices rather, for the party. He went there and he was blocked by Tuju, no one else. Tuju tried to steal Ruto's victory. Tuju used to insult Ruto in every other interview he could attend on NTV, Citizen, or wherever. So Ruto naturally has a hatred towards Tuju. And believe it or not, Tuju went to State House. He's been there twice now that I know of. The first time he was there with Opio and I even gave a small speech. There's no need for me to bore you with that speech. The second time he was there, it came to me as a shocker because someone was taking pictures and they took a picture of Rafael Tuju while in State House. In fact, here's the image. So yeah, that's part of the reason why they're going after this guy. He took a loan that he couldn't pay. The interest has accrued over the years because the loan was quite substantial. He can't even pay the interest. The political muscle that could come to his aid has refused to come to his aid, and if anything, they are fast-tracking the process. They're saying, Nani, Tuju, shikeni huyo haina shida, endeleeni. This is a very big lesson for people in politics. If you're watching this, you're an MP, senator, whoever, ama we unataka kuwa kiongozi in future, don't join politics when you have liabilities. They'll be used against you. For example, headed into 2027, if you know you have a graft case kama ile ya Waluke and you are thinking nikisupport Ruto apite, it will go away, or if I support Kalonzo apite, it will go away. What if that person loses the election? What happens to your graft case? It is fast-tracked by the other side. So long story short, I'm not saying pick the right horse. I'm saying don't have skeletons in your closet. I'll give you an example of Didi Nyoro. There's a reason Nyoro can lecture Ruto, lecture Ichungwa and the speaker and all these other people, and there's nothing they can do to him. Why so? Nyoro does not have a physical business. His main business is stocks and bonds, shares. In other words, he had shares in KPLC, he has shares in other numerous companies. So there's no way to target just one shareholder without targeting everybody. So it's impossible to go after him. But if you have an industry like Keroche Breweries, which was targeted by Uhuru Kenyatta, it's easy for them to come for you. KRA inakuja nasema hujalipa sijui nini, wanachukua permit, you are left hanging. You have real estate, they come demolish. This is riparian land. Sijui uko na hospitali, hii hospitali imekula pesa ya SHA, inafungwa, inawekwa under never ending investigation. But when you don't have the baggage, you're able to survive in politics. Tuju had so much baggage, he bet on the wrong horse, that horse lost, and now his misfortunes are continuing. But in any case, losing property worth 2 billion is far much better than losing life. There are those who've lost life on account of this administration. If a property worth 2 billion is all somebody can lose, then that's far much better. I'm not saying it's easier. I'm just saying it's a far lesser loss on the hands of this administration. But anywho, that's just my take on the matter, guys. Do drop me your own comments in the section below. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for mzitowafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.